Good day, subscribers. Thank you so much for joining me today. I am Jeremy. This is the Financial Education Channel, and today we're talking about how to double your money fast. How to double your money as fast as possible, but like practically doubling your money, right? I mean, we could say, let's go down the strip and let's play some roulette and just try to double our money, put it all on red or put it all on black, right? Probably not so practical, because guess what? You're going to lose all your money. So this is a practical video on how to double your money and do it as fast as possible. So we're going to talk about if you have $100, how to double that, $1,000, how to double that, $10,000, $100,000, $1 million, and $10 million. By the way, that $10 million is probably going to blow some of your guys' mind, because it's going to be a little different than usually what I'm into and what I preach. But we're going to talk about all this, guys, and so if whatever amount of money you have, think about how do I double that, and I'll give you kind of my game plan. Now, two things I want to talk about before we get into the specific amounts and how to double. One is, first you got to put yourself in the right kind of mindset, the double mindset, I call it. So whatever amount of money you have, right? Whether you got $100, $500, $5,000, $50,000, whatever it is, just think about, I need to double this. Like, get yourself in that mindset of, this is achievable. I can do this in a certain amount of time. It's going to take probably about this amount of time to do this if I go this route or this route. And think about, how do I double my money? And you should always be thinking about that, in my opinion. Like, how do I double it? How do I double it? Without putting it at so much risk and getting into some bad things and some of those kinds of things, guys. But think about that. Like, put yourself in the right mindset. It's called the double mindset. So always envision yourself doubling your money, and doubling your money, guys. Number two is cut your expenses. Cut your expenses, as much as possible, with, still keeping yourself happy and those kinds of things, right? Cut some of the unnecessary expenses and pay down credit card debt before you start worrying about doubling your money. Like, pay down that credit card debt, cut some of those unnecessary expenses, and then you can worry about doubling. But don't start worrying about, oh, I'm going to double my money or whatever, when you still got $7,000 or $700 in credit card loans out there, when you still are spending, ridiculous amounts of money on this or that or unnecessary things, guys. So those are very key before you get rolling on this, oh, I'm going to double my money type thing. Okay, guys? So let's get into this. So the first one, $100. So you're trying to double your money from $100 to $200. Like, this is by far the easiest one of all them, right? You can achieve this super fast. It's as simple as, if you don't have a job, go get a job. Go get a minimum wage job or whatever, right? If you have a job, pick up an extra shift, pick up an extra shift that week, pick up an extra shift the next week. It doesn't matter where you're working. People are always looking to get shifts off. Like, people always have, family gets-togethers, or there's a holiday coming up, or people just might want the weekend off because they want to go do stuff with friends. Like, pick up an extra shift. I worked at Einstein Bagels. I could always pick up shifts. There's always some people, and that was during the recession. Like, there's always some people trying to look for getting a shift off or something like that. There's always somebody trying to, do something like that. When I worked at Walgreens, same deal. When I worked at Quick Trip, same deal. Like, oh, does somebody want to work a double tonight? I don't feel like working or whatever. I would go work that double, and the best thing about that back then is it was overtime too. So I'd make $150, $200 in a one shift extra, right? And heck, I could have made double my money right there if I only had $100 at the time, right? So literally within less than 2 weeks, you can double your money from $100. Like, pick up some extra shifts, and that's not rocket science out there. That's about as easy as it gets. Now, from $1,000 to $2,000, we're trying to double our money here, right? What I would say here is you're going to want to try to get a job that pays an extra $1 an hour. Now, this is not like, oh, let me go out and get a job that kills it, right? You're probably, if you're at $1,000, you're probably working a very low paying job, right? You're probably working a job that pays you $8, $9, $10 an hour or whatever, right? Try to go get a job out there that pays an extra $1 an hour. This is not super hard to do. It's hard to go from, $9 an hour, right, to getting a job that pays $20 an hour. That's a whole different challenge there, or something like that. But to get an extra $1 an hour, not ridiculously hard, guys. The trick is, you just want to network. You want to be talking with people, family members, friends, like, where are they working? Do they know some job openings at some companies? I would always be talking in those early days, this chick, that's in my, so-and-so class, she might be able to get me at Fry's. They might be able to pay me an extra $1 an hour, this or that. I talked to my brother. My brother got me my first job ever at Einstein Bagels. He then got me my job at Walgreens, and I was talking with him, and I'm like, I'm trying to make more money. He's like, oh, Walgreens, they'll pay you $8.50 an hour starting, and I was making $7.50 an hour at that time at Einstein Bagels. So I could jump in a whole extra $1 an hour. And so if you add up the numbers there, if you're working 40 hours a week, even after taxes are taken out and whatnot, within 6 months, you'll have doubled your money there. You'll have doubled your money just by making an extra $1 an hour. It's not like you're trying to go out there and get the best job in the world, right? That's a very easy double there, guys. So less than 6 months, you should be able to double your money from $1,000 to $2,000 there, guys. The next one up, $10,000. $10,000. I would say for this one, start a passive income stream. Something you're passionate around, something you can build passion for. There's so many different passive income streams out there, right? I've done so many videos on passive income over time. 10 ways to make passive income, 5 ways, the best ways to make passive income. There's a million, right? I'm a passive income maker. I make passive income. YouTube, my biggest passive income source of them all. I make several $1,000s from YouTube every single month, and that's not to brag, that's not to boast, that's just to show you it's possible. And to go from 10,000 to 20,000, think about, you don't need to make a ton of money, right? You just need to make $10,000. I think it's very possible to do that within, I would say, a 12 to 18 month span. Within a 12 to 18 month span of focusing on passive income, trying to make passive income part-time, I think you can do it within 12 to 18 months and get the ROI on that and make $10,000 on it, guys. I mean, think about it. I'm not even in the top 25,000. I'm not even in the top 25,000 highest paid YouTubers. Not even in the top 25,000, guys. So you got to think I'm still a nobody and I'm making really good passive income as a nobody. And think about it yourself. How do you get to the point where you're just making, $1,000 a month or $2,000 a month, so then you can hit that 10,000? I absolutely believe it is possible within 12 to 18 months, whatever, way you pick, whether you want to be an eBay reseller, whether you want to sell stuff on Etsy, whether you want to, be an ebook author if you're good at writing, or and once again, you don't have to be a great writer right now. You can just develop into that, right? If you want to be a YouTuber, if you want to be an Instagram person, Instagram influencer or Facebook influencer, whatever, think about that. How do you make passive income? I got a ton of videos on it, and I think you can absolutely double your money within a 12 to 18 month span, go from $10,000 to $20,000 through your passive income. Absolutely. I believe it's possible for everybody out there as long as you're willing to put in the work, understand the strategy and all those kinds of things, guys. The next one up is $100,000. So you're trying to go from $100,000 to $2,000. So now at these points, these type of numbers, we're getting it's going to take a little bit longer time, right? So I would say for $100,000, start a serious side business at this point. So keep your regular job if you're working a job, which you probably are if you're watching this video. So you got $100,000 on the side. Focus on getting some type of side income. Now, on your side job, I would prefer to be an online type job, right? Where you're selling a product or service or something that you can do online. Why online? Well, because for instance, I have a real estate marketing company, right? Where I take pictures and do videos for customers for real estate, right? That would be a horrible side business if I had another job, because guess what? Those customers need me at a certain time, right? They need I need you to be at the shoot at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, or I need to be a dusk shoot at 7 tonight. Well, what if I'm working my regular job? So that's a horrible job. But if you're doing something online related, if you got an online store, an online service, or something that's your side business, you can absolutely do that when you get home from work. You can, pack the boxes or do whatever you do and make the products, ship the products, whatever you're trying to do there, guys. Consult if you're consulting on the side. You can do that when you get home. All those type of things you can you can do it when you want to do it, and you don't have to do it when maybe you're working that 9 to 5 job. So I would say start a serious side business, and absolutely you need to be online, in my opinion. It's going to be so hard if you're trying to do something that's not online as a side business, because it's just not going to work out with time. It's just going to be crazy, guys. And this one, I think you absolutely can double your money within a 4 to 5 year span if you're really focusing around that side business. Now, the first year, not going to make a ton of money. You're not going to kill it the first year. You might be lucky to make a $10,000 profit the first year. But I think after that, you can get up to the point where you're making 20, 30, maybe even 35, 40 extra $1,000 a year, right? And you take out the taxes out of that. So absolutely within a 4 to 5 year span, you can double your money. You just got to focus around it, and you got to put in the time and make sure it's online at the end of the day. And by the way, if maybe that develops into your serious business, maybe it just takes off and you see the potential there, and all of a sudden you turn that into your full-time business. I mean, I started YouTube as just like a side thing, something fun to do on the side, and then the channel started getting so many views and stuff. I was like, I need to start funneling more time into this because there's a huge opportunity there. And so my real estate business is now my side business, and I put the majority of my time into YouTube just because the opportunity is bigger. So who knows, that might happen with your business. It might just take off and you might just start doing so well. It's like, I need to quit my job at this point and put all my time into this other business and those kinds of things. Next one, $1 million. $1 million. So you're trying to go from $1 million to $2 million. This one, I absolutely recommend stock market investing, picking stocks. And you don't have to be the world's greatest investor to be a successful stock market investor. So obviously, you need to study all about stock market and investing. Buy my book with the stock market strategy and all those kinds of things, right? This one, if you just get like say a 10% return per year, which is not killing it, it's not killing it by any means, it's just doing okay. If you get 10% per year on $1 million, within a 7 to 8 year span, you'll have doubled your money. You'll have gone from $1 million to $2 million within a 7 to 8 year span, which is pretty fast when you think about that, guys. You're not doing that great. You're getting 10% per year, which is like literally just okay. You're just doing average, right? And you go from $1 million to $2 million within 7 to 8 years. That's a pretty fast double there, guys. Now, obviously, you do better than that. You do a 20% return or 25%. You're really killing it. You're doing 30%. Then obviously, it's even faster than that, but look at that, 10% return average. You're going to be doubled your money you're going to make $1 million profit in a 7 to 8 year span, guys. So that's the best way there. $10 million. What is the fastest way to double $10 million? Real estate investing. I know this comes as a surprise because I preach stock market investing all the time. Why $10 million is interesting to me and why I believe it's the fastest way to double your money to go from 10 million to 20 million is because at this time, you can buy a lot of houses, right? You focus around that $200,000 bracket, right? So you can buy, well, let's see, if you had $1 million and you're buying all these houses for $200,000, you could buy 5 houses. So 5 times 10, you could buy 50 houses at this point. You got 50 houses. In my opinion, now you can have 2 employees. One employee that handles all the financing, that handles all the the rental clauses, all that kind of stuff, all the financial paperwork, so you don't have to deal with that. You can hire someone just that does that full time. You can also hire another employee that is full-time maintenance. So anytime things go wrong with the houses, every time somebody moves out, they go back in there, they repaint it, they fix the house up, do whatever's necessary. This one, you can probably be making about $20,000 profit per month, which is pretty good. You times that out by how many houses, guys. And then obviously you got to take some taxes out of there, and then you got to pay those employees. But of course, over the course of time, obviously those houses are probably going to appreciate. So those $200,000 houses, 10 years from now will probably be worth 250, let's say, and that's not in a booming market. Over a 10-year span, maybe worth $240, $250, $260,000. So when you bought them for $200,000, so this one, you could absolutely double your money within a 10 to 12 year span, which is really fast when we're talking about making $10 million profit, guys. Going from $10 million to $20 million, like 10 years, maybe 12 years at the most. That's not a huge amount of time because obviously the properties are going up and up. You're making $20,000 profit. You got to just pay those 2 employees every year. Maybe you're paying them 40, 50K. Do the math on that. Even with the taxes out, you'll have doubled your money within a 10 to 12 year span. So that is how I would do it, guys. Each one of those steps. Let me know what you guys think. Obviously, there's a ton of different ways you can do it. That's just my opinion on the fastest ways to double your money and the most practical ways out there. Obviously, you want to try to be investing in stocks and try to be learning about investments. And, if you're not in the stocks, maybe CD accounts or whatever, you want to try to be doing that all the time and all those, right? I'm just trying to keep the video as short and simple as possible while trying to cover these guys. So hope you enjoyed this today. If you just came across this channel, you may want to subscribe. We talk personal finance on the channel. We talk entrepreneurship. I'm an actual business owner. I give away so many business tips. We talk stock market investing more than anything. Check out my book. It's linked in that description. It's all about my stock market strategy. Thank you for watching, guys, and have a great day.